Alright people, we got a deal. If you have seen the last episode, you know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, here's a link to the first video. Because this is a series where I trade my Yamaha for this Johnson Evinrude Seahorse. So it's a bit strange because this isn't actually the outboard we agreed with trading for my Yamaha, because the first time he showed up was, or the first time he was about to show up was at the end of the last video, but he didn't show up. So I gave him another try and he didn't show up again, and that happened 4 times actually. He didn't show up 4 times. But yesterday he had a reason why he didn't show up, because he said his phone was broken. Alright, and he also said that he had sold the original one that we were going to trade. So, but he had another one laying around and I agreed with that one too. And this one is actually the one from the thumbnail footage, or from the thumbnail from the first episode, which is the long shaft. This one has the propeller on, which is a bit sad because there was a propeller on the original picture, but maybe I can fit my Yamaha propeller on. But here it is. This is the outboard. I haven't really looked at it, just a little bit, but there are some parts missing actually. One is the propeller, the shock knob, the pull starter, the whole pull starter actually, and also the fuel connector misses, and also actually this one, like the handle things. Other than that, he said it worked, or well worked, it ran on brake cleaner, but I'm just going to change this for my Yamaha, because if you have a look inside, by the way, this is from another video. This is where I show you how to completely disassemble a Yamaha. Link to that one in the top right corner too. I'm going to put the Suzuki on the place of the Johnson. Then I'm going to put the Yamaha on the place of the Suzuki and the Johnson on the place of the Yamaha, if I say it correctly, so we can have a look at it. And hopefully it's a good deal. Now the other outboard, my Yamaha, wasn't running, and this one kinda is, not really, but still it is a quite honest trade, or like a equal trade. So because I think this was a part, well not a part, but like a spare outboard that he was going to use for parts, but hopefully we can make something of this and maybe even sell it with big profits, because I paid 60 euros or around $60 for the Yamaha, and I now traded this for the Johnson. So you could say this is now worth for me 60 euros, and hopefully I can make it a bit more worth. By the way, it's freezing. Finally winter arrived. It's cold actually, so this video is going to be recorded inside for the most. Wow, it's actually freezing. It's -2, -2, -3, so really cold. But yeah, I'm just going to, if my camera wants to focus, I'm just going to put the Johnson on the place of the Yamaha on the place of the Suzuki, and the Suzuki on the place of the Johnson. It's a bit complicated, but it works. So I will see you when I've done that. Right, here it is. Something funny actually. I just was going to check if everything is not jammed up. Like, I mean, the drive shaft is turning and I think the flywheel too. But when I wanted to check the gear shift handle, it just completely broke off. I didn't put any force at it. So that's interesting. Let me just, a bit of the flywheel broken off, fuel pump, carburetor. Yeah, you can see the pull starter is off. Well, this one's not jammed up at least. That's a start. Fuel pump. How looks the throttle? It looks actually it works. Wow, it works as it should, I think. Well, not 100%, but there is some work to do. Why is it so hard to turn? Is there a knob to change this sensitivity of this? There should be. I need to find out that some other time. But I'm just going to pull the spark plugs out, put my compression tester on it, which I also have made an unboxing video of if you want to see that, top right corner. But yeah, just some regular checking or maintenance. I'm going to pull the carburetor off, pull the spark plugs out, check the impeller, gear oil, and hopefully it wants to start. This is a bit of an improvisation. Just put a interesting piece there actually, which isn't supposed to go there because they're meant to be like a stick, a metal pin here. So there is some work to do, but other than that, I don't even know from which year this comes from. He sent a picture of the what is it called, the plate thing, but that wasn't good enough to see. But yeah, here is the where it's supposed to have like a fuel connector, but that one's off too. Why is there a washer in here? But I'm just going to also get my camera tripod, pull the spark plugs out, and do a compression test to begin with. Hopefully it's promising. Alright, here it is. I just lifted the stand out because better lighting conditions. If any of you know how to loosen up the steering on this outboard, on this type of outboard, please let me know, because it is actually really hard to turn this. You really need to put force, and I don't think that is how it should be. And I haven't seen a way of actually loosening this up. I don't even know if there is a way of doing this. We are going to do the pull start test, compression test, with my newly bought compression tester from Amazon for under $20. Let's see. Hopefully it is promising on the inside, but we will have to see. Wow, the spark plugs aren't even tightened. Really? Interesting. I'm afraid of what I'm going to find. Well, that's not how it should be. Look at this here. This is how a good functioning spark plug would look like. You can see the space between the isolator in the middle and here. There is like a few millimeters, and this is how it should be. But now look at this spark plug. What has happened here? I have no idea. Alright, here I have a rope. It's a bit big, but that doesn't really matter. Like this. But we'll just have to wait and see for the pull starter results. But yeah, that doesn't get any higher. Really? What do you think about 5 bars? Genius. That's even less than my Yamaha 8B. Well, I'll just do some more starts, hopefully. No, that isn't rising. Alright, top cylinder has 5 bars of pressure, which is not enough. Now let's do the bottom cylinder. Just the same 5 bars, and it's making quite an interesting sound. It makes like a bloop, 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 bloop. And also this outboard is wet. Yeah, 5.5 bars. Interesting. Alright, I have compression tested it. 5 bars for the upper cylinder and 5.5 for the bottom, which is a whole bar less than my Yamaha 8B, which has worn piston rings. So what do we do now? Let's hope it wants to tilt up. Well, let's do what I said. I'm just going to At least the shift still works, even though I break it off. But I'm going to pull the tail unit off and check the impeller. What the? No, I can't even pull. Oh, wait a second. I turned the wrong way. Oh, it's coming off. I hope that is a good sign. By the way, if you want to see a detailed video about me taking this lower unit off, let me know in the comments and maybe I will make it. Alright. It is doing as it should, at least. Take a screwdriver, loosen up this bolt. If it lets me, at least. No. Maybe if I use this one. You've got to be kidding! I just lost my socket in the lower unit. Oh my gosh! Irritating. Irritating. All right. If the small screwdriver doesn't work, you use WD-40 and a bigger one. Oh. Just let it sit. Make sure my camera records. Yes, it does, but it's almost empty. But that's okay. You're kidding, this one is too big. How am I even supposed to take this low unit off? Oh, wait a second. Put it in reverse gear or not? Put it in forward gear. Yes, because now I can actually, maybe this is 10mm. What's happening here? Oh. Yes, people. Alright, no, don't lose my socket in here. Again. Well, at least it's off. But I should be able to just pull it off at least. Oh, yes, got it. Here it is, people. The drive shaft thing. Oh, little pin. And here are my sockets. Nice. Now I'm just going to, actually it looks clean in here, interesting. I'm just going to open up the impeller housing here and see what the impeller looks like, because that's quite important as well. Let me just lay it down. So it comes loose at least. That one too. Alright, they are now loose. I'm just going to shut my camera off because the battery is quite low, and I will see you when I've completely opened up the impeller housing. Alright, here is the lower unit, and it actually comes off, and there is actually impeller in here. Now I have to take this pin out, interestingly enough. Alright, I removed the pin, and here you have the massive impeller. This is actually pretty big for my standards, and also it is quite worn out. But maybe if I'm even able to start it, maybe this is good enough, at least for now. Yeah, this one is worn. I need to get a replacement for this one too. By the way, where is there is the impeller pin thing. Let us just put this all together again and then screw everything in its place. Putting some WD-40 in the holes just to ease up the threads. Also, I'm going to have a break soon, or when I put this together again and charge my battery. And then, but yeah, I'm just going to put this together and then I'm going to recharge my camera battery and maybe get a bucket or something to try even starting this. And as I said earlier, there isn't actually a fuel connector on, but I'm just going to put a fuel hose on it. So, we'll just have to wait and see, hope for the best. And also the workplace is a bit of a mess now because we are actually all working at stuff at the moment. So yeah. By the way, please consider to like and subscribe as always to help my channel grow and to help me make more fun content like this. But yeah, I'm just going to have a break now and also warming up, take a cup of coffee, and I will see you when I've done that.